All right, so we've been talking about making opening bids. So I just want to review with everybody that the first thing that happens in the game is that the cards are dealt. You count the cards, you organize them so you don't have your red suits touching, you don't have your black suits touching, and then the dealer has the first opportunity to make a bid. And remember, a bid is a way of you communicating to your partner what you have in your hand without actually showing him what you have in your hand. We talked about major suits and minor suits, and we said the major suits were the spades and the hearts, and the minor suits were the clubs and the diamonds. We talked about what do you need to make an opening bid. An opening bid at the one level, there's opening bids at different levels, but at the one level, which is the majority of all opening bids, would take 13 to 21 points. Is there anybody that needs me to review how you determine how many points your hand has?
I have a question. Honor points.
Is it about that?
It's about honor points. Is that what?
Talking about high card points.
Okay, so that's anything over 4 cards in your. No? Okay, I don't know.
Honor. There's no such thing as honor points. I mean, you might call it. There's high card points, which is 4 points for every ace, 3 points for every king, 2 points for every queen, and 1 point for every jack. Then there's something called distribution points, which is 1 point for every card over 4 in length.
That's what I was thinking of.
5-card suit, you get 1 point. If you have a 6-card suit, you get 2 extra
2 points.
And if you have 2 5-card suits, you get a point for each. Okay? And if the total of your high card points and your distribution points adds up to 13 to 21 points, you'll make an opening bid at the one level. Opening bid means nobody else has bid. No cards have been played. Everything's in everybody's hand. So if this was your hand, I'd like you to count up the points and I'd like you to tell me after a few seconds, just give everybody a chance, what your opening bid would be, if anything.
4, 7.
Out to yourself.
9, 10, 4, 14.
Out to yourself.
15, 16.
One spade.
Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, the opening bid is 1 spade. So you have 7, 9, 13 high card points, correct? 7 here, plus 2 is 9, plus 4 is 13. You also have 1 point for the extra spade and 1 point for the extra heart. So that's a 15-point hand. 13 high card points, 1 point for the extra spade, 1 point for the extra heart. When you have 2 5-card majors, when you have 2 5-card suits, you're going to open the one that's higher on the bidding scale. If this was spades and the 5 cards were in diamonds, you'd open the spades. If you had 5 hearts and 5 clubs, you'd open the hearts. If you had 5 diamonds and 5 clubs, you'd open the diamonds. Whichever one's higher on the bidding scale. Any question about that? No.
You're on.
Is there an advantage to the fact that you have a singleton? Remember, that's just 1 card in diamonds and a doubleton in clubs. There's an advantage, but you don't give it any points yet. If anybody's been playing, anyone played bridge a long time ago, they used to give points for the shortness at the beginning. It's not how it's done anymore. Okay? Okay. So that's opening in a major suit. It's always preferable to open in a major if you can over a minor. Then we talked about what if you have no 5-card major, but you have 13 points. And what did I tell you to do?
No trump.
First thing you do, well, the first thing you're going to do is count your points.
Right.
You have 13 points. You don't have a 5-card major. Then you look to see if you have the better of 2 minors.
Right.
How many points does this hand have?
4, 8, 3.
Count to yourself, please, guys. You have to count to yourself because it's disturbing to people.
Okay.
Please just count up here or write it down on a piece of paper.
13.
Okay, you have 2 aces is 8. A king is another 3 points, makes 11. A queen is 2 points, makes 13.
Right.
Right. No trump.
The balance 10, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
No trump.
So,
No.
the answer is not no trump at all. Just let me explain.
And
Since
could
you have 13 points.
And could you please hold that up one more minute? And when everybody is talking and counting out loud, it's very disturbing and nobody can
Yes, I've
think.
mentioned that a couple of times. It has been suggested to me that everyone should be muted and then unmute themselves if they have a question. If it's going to continue that people will, count out loud and it's disturbing, we may have to do that. I don't like to run a class like that, and I'm asking you not to make me run a class like that. So I'm asking you not to count out loud, not to have conversations, because that'll be able to keep it open so you can just jump in with a question. So please, yeah, I'm going to hold it up. Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So this hand has a 4-card major, a 3-card major, and 2 3-card minors. If you have 13 points and you don't have a 5-card major, you are not going to pass as the opener. You are going to bid the better of your 2 minor suits. Better is always longer. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Better is always longer. But if you don't have one minor suit that's longer than the other, then I taught you a formula. I said, if you have 2 equal length minor suits and they're both 3, which one do I want you to open?
One club.
Higher card?
Clubs. The clubs. This hand would be opened 1 club. Again, it's got 13 points, all high card points, no distribution points. It has no 5-card major. It has 2 equal length minor suits. And because they're both 3 cards, I'm opening the clubs. If I change it, give me a second to change it. Take away a spade. Take away a heart. And I'm going to put them into the clubs and diamonds. Oh. Give me a second.
And it's Joyce. I have a question relating to that. I just wanted to ask.
Just finish what I'm saying, please, and then you can ask your question. Okay. I still have 13 points. That's a king, 8, 7, 3 of diamonds. But my opening bid is not 1 club now.
It's one
diamond.
One diamond.
Because when you have 2 equal length minor suits, you don't have a 5-card major, you have 2 equal length minor suits, and it's 4 and 4, you open the diamonds. And that's only when they're equal length. If one of the minor suits is longer than the other, that's the one you're going to open. It doesn't matter about high cards. I've got 5 diamonds topped by a 10, and I've got 4 clubs topped by an ace. I'm opening the diamonds. Length over strength.
And
okay, quick question, please.
Can't see the board. Could you please hold the board
all right.
up?
I mean, okay. I have to put it down. What's the quick question?
Okay, so my question is, when you have a 5 major, you're conveying
5-card major.
A 5-card major, you're conveying to your partner that between the 2 of you,
no,
that you could promise her 8 points. Is that what?
No. 5-card major means you're not telling your partner anything about her hand. An opening bid is just what you have in your hand. You're saying to your partner, I have 13 to 21 points because I opened my mouth and I didn't say pass. And because I opened in a major suit, I am promising you at least 5. That's all your opening bid conveys.
Okay, so then what are you conveying with the minor suit when you just had 3 and 3 and you said it was 1 club?
I have 13 to 21 points because I made an opening bid at the 1 level and I don't have a 5-card major. My partner does not know if I opened 1 club because it's 3 and 3, or I opened 1 club because I have 7 of them. All she knows is I don't have a 5-card major because if I did, I would have bid it. Okay? Okay, I can't spend any more time on that. My email address is actann@aol.com. If you don't understand anything I've said, you feel free to write me and I will go over it with you. You can send me your phone number. I'll call you and go over it with you. But I don't because when I feel that, I mean, we have 38 people. If I feel that most of them got it, I don't want to spend any more time, but I will help you separately. Okay. Then we talked about an opening bid where you don't have a 5-card major and you have a balanced hand. This is a balanced hand.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, we talked about a balanced hand. Would somebody tell me what a balanced hand has? No, let's go back. What a balanced hand does not have. It does not have.
No voids, no singletons.
It has no voids. It has no singletons.
And no more than one doubleton.
No more than one doubleton. And that's really the definition. That's the definition of a balanced hand. It has no voids, no singletons, at most one doubleton.
And no 5-card major isn't considered?
It's a balanced hand without, even if it has a 5-card major. That's the definition of a balanced hand. When I tell you to open one no trump, I don't want you to do it with a 5-card major. There are people who will. I don't agree with that practice. But the actual definition of a balanced hand says no. You can have a 5-card suit. You have no singletons, no voids, and at most one doubleton. Now, if you have a balanced hand, you can have no points in it and still be balanced. If my high card here was a 10, and my high card here was a 10, and my high card here was a 10, and my high card here was a 10, would it still be balanced?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It still has no singletons, no voids, and at most one doubleton. But I pass with that hand.
Points.
What makes you open one no trump is you have a balanced hand and 15, 16, or 17 high card points.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Would you
not
just
14, not 19, 15, 16, or 17. If you have a balanced hand and you have fewer than 15 points, you're not going to open one no trump. You'll open either the better of 2 minors or a 5-card major. If you have more than 17 points and you don't have a balanced hand, you won't open one no trump. Your bid is very specific. Any questions so far? Oh, wait. And so I'm telling you, I would like you not to open one no trump if you have 15, 16, or 17 points if you have a 5-card major. Because that's information that I want you to communicate to your partner. It's very important. They need to know about your major suits. All right. So if that's the case, then I'd like you to turn to pages 17 and 18 in your handout. And the first thing I'd like you to do is circle, and please use a pencil, guys. So maybe you could erase it and then reuse this page later. It's up to you. Circle all the balanced hands without counting points. Every hand, there's 10 hands on 17 and 18. Circle the ones that look balanced. And then we'll talk about that, just that.
And hand number 1 has 14 cards.
Okay, so remember the first thing I told you to do is count your cards. So thank you. Sometimes I do slip up because I make all the stuff up myself. I don't copy it from anywhere. So sometimes I'll give you a hand with 12 cards and sometimes I'll give you a hand with 14 cards, and it's not because I'm trying to trick you. It's because I screwed up. So if you see a hand with more or less than 13 cards, please make a little note and we'll fix it. I could lie and say I did it on purpose to see if you were counting, but I'm too honest for that. Remember, we're not counting points. We're not writing down bids. We're just circling balanced hands. Okay, you should be almost done by now. As soon as you see a singleton, not circled. As soon as you see two doubletons, not circled. As soon as you see a void, not circled. You can circle a hand that has a 5-card major in it. It's still balanced. I just don't want you to open up no trump with it. And if you see an X next to a suit, that means it's a void. Okay, so let's go on. We have a lot to cover.
Should be balanced too.
Hand number 1, is it balanced?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There's one doubleton, that's okay. Hand number 2, is it balanced?
No.
Oh, it's got two singletons. Hand number 3, is it balanced?
No.
Oh, it's got a void. Hand number 4, is it balanced?
No.
It's got a singleton, no good. Hand number 5, is it balanced?
Yes.
Hand number 6, is it balanced?
Yes.
Yes.
One doubleton is fine. Hand number 7,
Yes.
Yes.
8.
No.
No.
Two singletons.
Hand number 8 is also a mistake. I see it only has 11 cards. I must have not had some good sleep that night that I did this. All right, so we have to fix hand number 8 and we have to fix hand number 1. Okay. Hand number 9, is it balanced?
Yes.
And hand number 10?
No.
No, it's not balanced. It has two doubletons. It has 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, okay. So let's fix the two hands. If there's others, then you'll let me know. Hand number 1 has too many cards. So please cross out the 4 of hearts. Now it has 13 cards.
And balanced.
Balanced.
And it's balanced, right? I deliberately didn't take away the club because I wanted to keep it as a balanced hand. Hand number 8 has too few cards. It has 11 cards instead of 13, right? 5 and 6. So let's add 2 more cards. Let's give the clubs an extra 7. And let's give the hearts a 2.
What?
Now it's balanced.
So hand number 8 on page 18, I added a 2 of hearts to the ace and the 3. I added a 7 of clubs to the 9 and the 8.
Balanced.
So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. So with that in mind, my friends.
Now it's balanced, right?
It's balanced.
Eight.
Now it's balanced.
Now it's balanced.
Yeah.
Now you could, however you indicated it, circling it, checking it, whatever you did. Yes, now it's a balanced hand.
So you could do balanced without no trump.
You could do balanced without any points.
Without
balanced,
any points.
Balanced does not mean you're going to open 1 no trump. Balanced means you have no singletons.
Those 3 things.
Right.
Okay.
Now, balanced and 15 to 17 points and no 5-card major,
Then you can
I
do
want
no
you to
trump.
open 1 no trump. Okay? So balanced is only one of the characteristics that a 1 no trump opening hand has. All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to give you a nice chunk of time. Give you about 7 or 8 minutes. That should be enough. Please count up the points. High card points plus distribution. Put it there where it says points, and then write down what your opening bid would be. If you're not going to make an opening bid, then write down pass, and we'll go over it after. Have fun, guys. This is so much fun. And please count to yourself.
Okay, what are you bidding now? Tell me what you're bidding. Say it.
Somebody's thinking out loud. Please count to yourself. You can mute yourself if you want to count out loud. That's fine. Just click on the little microphone and you'll be muted.
And
yes.
Do you know Lillian O'Shaughnessy?
Can we not have this discussion when people? Can you just send me a chat or an email?
Oh, okay.
I have my phone here. You can send me an email, actan@aol.com. Let's give it about 2 more minutes. One more minute, guys. Okay, we're going to go over this. If you didn't get a chance to finish, you can go over it with me. Hand number 1. How many points did this hand have?
21.
21. And what did you say the opening bid was?
Diamonds.
1 diamond.
2 no trouble.
You have to have a 1 level and a bid. Okay, so somebody said 1 diamond and someone said something called 2 no trump.
2 no trouble.
Now that's a person who has some experience with bridge. because that's something I haven't taught yet. But I'm not going to want to talk about the 2-no trump yet. That is actually the correct opening bid, but I haven't taught it to you yet. I'd like you to put a little mark next to hand number 1 on page 17 that will remind you that we're going to go back to that hand and look at it, either a little later today or next week.
What
hand
did
number 2.
What did they call that hand? What was it? 1 what? Diamond?
If you said 1 diamond, that's fine. Based on what I taught you, that would be the opening bid.
Okay.
But the correct bid is actually something called 2-no trump, but you don't know that yet because I haven't taught it to you yet. So I just want you to make a note that we're going to take a look at this hand later, either later today or next week, and see if we can make a better bid than 1 diamond.
Why wasn't it no 1 heart?
1 heart with 3 hearts?
Not 5.
3 hearts, it has 5 hearts.
In hand number 1 on page 17?
Oh, I'm on 18, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No problem.
And before you move to hand 2, can you please say what hand number 1 was and why you got to that answer?
Hand number 1, based on what I taught you, your opening bid, you would think is 1 diamond because you have 21 points. You can't open a major. You don't have 5 cards in it. So you open the better of 2 minors. And an opening bid is from 13 to 21 points. So you would think that your opening bid is 1 diamond. I'm going to tell you there's a better bid, but I haven't taught it to you yet. So I asked you to make a little notation next to hand number 1 that we're going to go back to it when I've taught you the other part. Okay? Okay. Hand number 2 should have brought you up short. You should have said, wait a second, I don't know what to do with this hand because there's more than 21 points.
Yeah.
In actuality, how many points does that hand have?
22.
23.
24.
25.
Let's count.
22.
Let's count. Let's count. In spades, there's 7 and 2 is 9, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In hearts, there's 7 and 2 is 9. So far, it's 18 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always do the high card points and then the distribution. 18 plus 4 for the ace is 22.
Right.
Plus 2 extra points for the 2 extra spades is 24. Plus 1 extra point for the extra heart is 25.
Right.
It's a 25-point hand, way past the 13 to 21-point range that I gave you for an opening bid at the 1 level. So again, I'd like you to make a notation. If you said 1 spade, saying, well, there's more spades than hearts, so I'm going to say spades, then you didn't count. Remember that it's 13 to 21 points. So make a little notation that you don't know how to bid this hand. We're going to come back to it after we learn the same thing that we're going to learn about the hand number 1. So hand number 1 and hand number 2, you were not able to bid correctly. I want to skip over to hand number 9 because that's the same thing as in hand number 1. You had 21 points, right?
Yeah.
And you might have said 1 club for hand number 9. Well, if you said 1 club, that's understandable. There's 21 points there. You don't have a 5-card major, so you bid the better of the 2 minors. 3 and 3, you would open the clubs, right? What did you say, Ruth?
1 diamond?
Well, first of all, no. When you have 3 and 3, you open the clubs first.
Okay.
Diamonds would be 4 and 4.
4. Okay.
Right? We're not looking at high cards. So if you said 1 club for hand number 9, that's because I haven't taught you the other thing. The thing that I'm going to teach you about hand number 1 is the same thing I'm going to teach you about hand number 9. So make a little notation next to hand number 9 that says, I'm going to come back to it after Anne teaches me that other part. Okay, and those are the only 3 hands that you were not really prepared for, but we will go over it soon, either today or next week. Hand numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 should have been a piece of cake. Hand number 3, how many points does that hand have?
9.
9.
9.
9. Pass.
Pass.
Okay, it does not have 9 points.
10.
You're forgetting to count. You're forgetting to count the extra point for the length.
10. 10.
It has 9 high card points. 9 high card points plus 1 point for the extras heart.
Okay.
10 points. Without 13 points, you would pass that hand. Hand number 4 has 7, 9, 10 in spades, plus 3 in hearts is 13, plus 1 in diamonds is 14, plus 2 for the 2 extra spades. Did everyone get 16 points for that hand?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if you didn't get 16 points, recount it because it's a 16-point hand. Well, Anne said 15 to 17, 1 no trump. Are you going to open that hand 1 no trump?
No,
because there's one
because it has
singleton.
the right number of points for 1 no trump, but it doesn't have the right shape. It's not a balanced hand. That hand is clearly a 1 spade opening hand. You've got 6 spades and 4 hearts. You're going to open a hand with a 5-card major. It has more than 5 cards. It's at least a 5-card major. Hand number 5. How many points does it have?
13.
13. 5 in spades, 5 in hearts, right? 4 in 1, and 3 in diamonds is 13 points. Is it a balanced hand?
Yes.
Yes. It's absolutely a balanced hand, but it doesn't have enough points to open 1 no trump. It's only 13 points. That hand is going to be opened the better of 2 minors. What's the better of 2 minors?
1 club.
Diamond.
Guys, I'm going to say this again. Please remember this. If you have 1 minor suit that's longer than the other, that's the one you're going to bid. If you have a 5-card major, that's the one you're going to bid. If you have identical length minor suits and no 5-card major, which is the case in hand number 5, if they're both 3 cards, the minor suits that both have 3 cards, it's clubs. If they're both 4 cards, it's diamonds. This hand should not be opened 1 diamond because it's 3 and 3 in the minors. Okay? All right. Remember, your bid communicates to your partner what you've got in your hand. If you say 1 diamond, they're not going to think you have 3.
So the bid was 1 diamond on that one? Or 1 club? I just didn't write. I was writing the other thing you said.
Right. Remember, it's 3 and 3. So since it's 3 and 3, you're going to open 1 club. Yes, the diamonds are a little stronger, but that's not the point. Okay. Hand number 6. How many points does it have?
20. 20 points.
21.
We're forgetting the length,
21.
guys.
21.
It's 5 points in spades, 7, 9, 10 points in hearts. I'm counting only high card points. 5 and 10 is 15. 4 points in diamonds with the ace is 19. 1 point in clubs is 20. That's just the high card points. You have a 5-card major there, so you get 1 point for the extra heart. Remember, you get 1 point for length, anything more than 4 cards.
Right.
21 points. High card points in distribution. What is your opening bid?
1 heart.
Same thing that you would bid as if you had 13 points. How does your partner know whether you have 13 points or 21 points? He doesn't at this point. It's bidding later on that's going to give him more of an idea of what you have in your hand. But we're only talking about opening bids. 1 heart opening bid. Hand number 7 has 4 points in spades, 4 points in hearts is 8, 5 points in diamonds is 13. Am I right?
Yeah.
4 points in spades, 4 points in hearts is 8, 5 points in diamonds is 13, and 4 points in clubs is how many points?
17.
17. Is that a balanced hand?
Yes.
Has 15 to 17 high card points?
Yes.
High card points we counted no trump. Oh, I said it. What's the opening bid?
1 no trump.
1 no trump.
Now, could that also have been 1 diamond as well?
No.
No.
Because then you're not representing your hand correctly. If you say 1 diamond, you could have as few as 13 points. But if you say 1 no trump, your partner knows that you have at least 15 points, 15 to 17 points. It's a much more accurate description of your hand. He has much more information from a 1 no trump opening bid. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Say 1 diamond, oh, maybe she has 13 points. 1 no trump, oh, she has 15 to 17 points. Why is it important to communicate your points to your partner? Because remember when we looked at the bidding scale and we had those contracts that had stars next to them, And we said those were full games, complete games. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you have to meet.
So if it's a complete game, you and your partner together need to have a certain number of points to make a complete game. So you need to tell your partner approximately how many points you have. So they can add what they know about your hand to what they see in their hand and decide how far they can go.
So with a 1-no trump, how many tricks? You do 6?
How many tricks?
Yeah, would you have to do? If
We're not talking about tricks.
I know, but if you bid a 1-no trump.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
Send me an email. I said very specifically, it really has to be related to what I'm teaching. actan@aol.com. Send me 10,000 emails. I don't care. All right. Hand number 8. How many points does that hand have?
8.
8, not 7. It has 8 points. Anybody not know what to do?
Yes.
You all know what to do. Hand number 10. We did the hand number 9 before. How many points does that hand have?
21.
I'm hearing all sorts of numbers.
21.
Take a second and count. Take a second and count it again.
12.
To yourself, please. Okay. How many points does that hand have?
21.
It has 13. I don't know where people are getting 21 from. It has 3 points in spades. It has 8 points in diamonds.
What hand?
What hand?
10.
I thought
I'm
we did
looking
9.
at the one
We
that
did 9. I
9.
said we did 9 already, so I was skipping
Oh.
over it.
Oh, okay. 12.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So hand number 10 has 3 points in spades, has 8 points in diamonds, is 11, and 2 extra points for the 2 extra diamonds, right? 13 points.
1 diamond.
1 diamond.
Right.
Okay, and here's another little thing, just to file away in your head. It has extra length in diamonds. When you have a 6-card suit, just so you know, when you have a 6-card suit, that means that you can bid that suit more than once.
What does that mean? More than once.
I don't mean at the same time. I mean, you know how the bidding continues until somebody says something that's followed by 3 passes?
Yes.
So you can have multiple opportunities to bid. You bid once at the opening level, then when it comes around back to you, you bid again. You can bid again. I'm just saying when you have a 6-card suit, you can show that you have extra length in that suit by bidding that suit twice, even if your partner doesn't like that suit. But we'll get it. Just, you may not understand what I'm saying. Just file it away in your head. 6-card suit.
When it
6-card
comes
suit means I can bid it twice. Yes?
When it comes around and you would bid 2.
I'm not going to talk about what your specific bid is. It's beyond the capability. It's beyond the level now. Just know that you can keep bidding until someone makes a bid that's followed by 3 passes.
So would my opening bid be 1 diamond on that?
100%. Your opening bid would
That's
be
what I
1
have.
diamond. Okay. I just wanted to point out to you that it has extra length. Okay. Before we go into what is actually today's lesson, which is on overcalls, it was supposed to be part of last week's lesson. Please look at page 14. Did we go over this hand?
No.
We never talked about this hand, right?
No, we never did.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So I want you to look at the partnerships here. North and South are a partnership, and East and West are a partnership.
What page?
14.
14.
And now look at the contract on top. The contract is 2 hearts. Which means how many tricks does that side have to make?
8.
8. What is the trump suit?
Hearts.
Hearts. Look at the partnership, North and South, and then the partnership East and West. Which partnership do you think made that bid?
West.
It's a partnership.
East
I'm not
and
asking you
West.
which
East,
person.
East,
West. Clearly. North and South never would have wanted hearts to be the trump suit, right?
No.
Besides having the majority of the hearts, does East West have the majority of the points?
Yes.
Well, let's see. West has how many points? Please write it down. Don't forget about distribution points.
15.
18.
Counting 18, you're counting something I don't see.
15.
17.
It should, guys, yeah, you're just throwing numbers around. Just put down what you think is right and we'll talk about it after, please.
15.
6 and 3.
Okay, West has 15 points. There's 7 high card points in spades. There's 6 high card points in hearts, right? 7 and 6 is 13. Plus 2 points for the 2 extra hearts.
It's 15.
It's a 15-point hand. Let's go to her partner, East. How many points? Just write it down, please. How many points does East have?
9.
You should have come up with 9.
Right.
So together, West and East have 24 points.
3 and 2. Okay, yes.
Okay, okay. Now go to North. Write down how many points North has. Just write it down. You don't have to tell me. And then write down how many points South has.
2 and 1 is 3.
They have to stop counting out loud.
Could you mute
Please
yourself?
count, please
mute.
Please count to yourself. Okay, North was easy. North has 3 points in spades, 3 points in clubs is 6, right? And 1 point for the extra club makes 7 points. So far, so good? South has 5 points in diamonds, right? 4 plus 1. 7 points in clubs is 12. Does she have more than 12 points? Yes. She has an extra diamond, makes it 13 points. So together, North and South have 20 points. So East and West should be playing this hand because they have the majority of the points and the majority of the trump suit. Who established hearts as trump? They did by bidding it. And their bid was followed by 3 passes. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, way back, a lesson or 2 ago, I talked about the complete game and I said you need 26 points to make 4 hearts. Does that sound familiar? Ringing any bells?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Could you please go back to North and South points again?
North has 3 points in spades. 3 points in clubs is 6. 1 point for the extra club makes 7. South has 5 points in diamonds, high card points, 4 and 1. 7 points in clubs, 4 and 3. 4 and 7 is 11.
And 1 extra.
No, 5. I'm sorry. 5 and 7 is 12. Plus 1 point for the extra diamond makes 13.
13, right.
Okay, can I go on?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So I mentioned to you that in order to make the complete game level 4 in hearts, you needed 26 combined points. Look at your bidding scale and you'll see that 4 hearts has stars next to it, meaning it's a complete game. If you had 26 points, if West and East together had 26 points, they would like to play in 4 hearts instead of 2 hearts because by bidding and making a complete game, they get hundreds of bonus points in the scoring. But their hands aren't strong enough together to make it. So they stopped at 2 hearts. Hearts was still trump, but they didn't go all the way to 4. So instead of having to make 10 tricks, they only have to make 8. Everybody with me?
Could I ask you one thing on this bidding here?
Yes.
Okay, fine. When you say you have to have a certain amount of points, they're missing like, they have, 24 points instead of 26.
Yes.
Is the 26, you must have that? Could you win with 24?
Yes, you can get lucky. You can win with less than 26 points, and you can also not win with 27 points.
I got it. Okay.
Depending on the skill of your play, the skill of the people that are trying to defeat you, and your luck.
So as far as us being beginners and playing, we shouldn't say, well, we have 25 maybe. We should just stick to the guidelines until we
That
know.
would be my suggestion. My
Good.
suggestion to you as beginners would be to play conservatively. And you might, as beginning players, not have as clear an idea of what your partner has as you think.
Got it. Thank you.
You might over exaggerate what your partner has. So we are agreed that West and East are going to play this hand. And they need to make 8 tricks with hearts as trump. So how many tricks do North and South want to make to keep West and East from making this contract?
6.
If they make 6 tricks,
They win.
East and West will only make 7 and they won't make their contract. Everyone got that?
No.
Okay, now's the time to ask. If you have to make 8 tricks, you have to limit your opponents to 5 because there's only 13 tricks in the game. Okay, so let's see how many tricks
Can you
think.
review that, Anne? I'm sorry. Can you just go back on that?
There's 13 tricks in the game.
Yes.
Take the level of the contract and add 6 to it, and that's how many tricks your side has to make in order for you to make the contract.
Yes.
West and East have this contract. We said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them bid the 2 hearts.
They have to make 8.
They have to make 8. So if North and South are trying to keep them from making 8, they have to make 6 tricks to keep their opponents from making 8 because there's only 13 tricks in the game. If North and South make 5 tricks, how many tricks will East and West make?
Say that again?
North and South make 5 tricks. How many tricks will East and West make?
8.
8, and they'll make their contract. So
So they have to add 1 more.
North and South are trying to make more than 8 tricks, more than 5 tricks.
Okay.
So East and West won't make the contract. Okay, we're good?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. So let's take a look at what West and East has, and let's see if they're going to make their 8 tricks. So we're going to go suit by suit and see how many tricks they're going to make. In spades, how many tricks do you think they'll make in spades?
1.
At least
West
2.
and East, you
2.
only see 1 trick?
At least
2.
2.
I
2.
see the ace and the king.
Right.
Okay. In hearts, how many will they make?
4.
4.
6.
They have the
probably
potential
make
to
5.
make,
5.
well, they actually have the potential to make all of the heart tricks.
Right.
Oh,
West has 6 heart tricks and 6 hearts in her hand. They should all be good.
Right.
Because remember, it's the 2 hands together. She's got the ace, the king. I'm looking from West to East together. The ace, the king, the queen, the jack, the 10. And by the time she plays all those cards, remember North and South have to follow suit, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to play their cards on West and East aces and kings and queens and jacks. So
Right.
by the time you get down to that, even
At
West
least.
6 and 2 is going to be good because North and South won't have any more hearts.
So they'll make it.
All right. So far that's 6 tricks in hearts, 2 tricks in spades,
It's 8.
right? That's their 8 tricks right there. My question is, how about in diamonds?
1.
None.
The
A
person,
one.
the person who said 1, explain it to me.
The king.
They'll play the king and they'll draw the ace, and then the queen will be a good trick.
You got that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
You have the king and the queen, but you don't have the ace. The ace will either come out on East's king or queen, depending on when North and South want to play it. So they're going to lose either their king or their queen, and then the other one is good.
So 1 diamond.
So that's 9 tricks so far, right?
I got lost. Can you go over that, please?
Mm-hmm.
About the diamonds?
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about what West and East have together. They have the king, the queen, and that's it. They don't have the ace or the jack. If East plays the king of diamonds, I'm hearing feedback here. If East plays the king of diamonds, South can play her ace on it, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then East still has the queen of diamonds, which will take a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ace will be gone.
Right.
So that's 1 extra trick in diamonds. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we counted 2 tricks in spades, 6 tricks in hearts, and 1 trick in diamonds. That's 9 tricks. Look at clubs, Ivy. Nothing in clubs, you agree?
Nothing.
Not gonna take anything in clubs. But she's only gonna lose 2 tricks in clubs because after that she can trump. Right, once the clubs are gone,
Right.
she can use one of her trump cards. So she's going to win 9 tricks.
And they made
which is
their
1
contract.
more than she needs to make her contract. Not enough to have made 4 hearts though, right?
No.
She needed 10 tricks to make 4 hearts. She's only going to make 9. So it's a good thing that they didn't bid 4 hearts because they don't have enough tricks for 4 hearts. Everybody got that? No?
Yes.
She made 9 tricks. She needed 10 to make 4 hearts. So it's a good thing she didn't bid 4 hearts. So she's got her contract plus 1 extra trick. We call that an over trick.
An over what?
An over trick. When you make more tricks than you needed to make your contract, they're called over tricks.
Okay.
So she's got it in the bag.
At least 3 hearts.
Okay, before we go into overcalls, is there anything that I said, not anything beyond it, but anything that I said today that you need me to clarify for you? You understood how we looked at the hand and decided how many tricks she was going to make?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing this with every hand. Okay, let's talk about overcalls.
Can I just ask a quick question? Number 4, it says how many times will they have to play trump? What's the answer there? And
okay, all right. So how many times will they have to play trump to get out their opponent's trump is what I'm saying. So the answer is 2. The answer is 2 times. They play the ace, north and south each play a heart, right? Because you have to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, how many times do they have to play? How many times will West, let's say West is the declarer, and let's say East is the dummy, which is what I think is going to happen in this hand. How many times will West have to play trump to get her opponents to play out all their trump? Well, when she plays the ace, let me finish. I was asked a question. When she plays the ace, North will drop a heart and South will drop a heart because they have to. You have to follow suit. Then she plays the queen. North will drop a heart, South will drop a heart. And that's all they've got. They each had 2. So she has to play hearts twice to get out all her opponent's hearts. Yes?
Okay. Depends on the distribution, right?
Yes, thanks.
In this hand, she has to play it twice.
Right.
She could have had a situation where North had no hearts and South had 4. Right? She was missing 4 hearts. It could have been that distribution could have been North had none, South had 4, or North had 4 and South had none. Or it could have been distributed 3 and 1. She got lucky. She only has to play it twice to get at her opponent's hearts.
Luck of the draw.
All right? Okay. All right, let's talk about overcalls. What kind of bids have we been talking about?
Opening bid.
Opening bids.
Oh.
Opening bids means nobody has said anything except maybe pass. But what if you're sitting in East and North has made an opening bid and you want to bid too? Are you making an opening bid? You're East and North has made a bid.
No.
Are you making an opening bid?
No.
Are you allowed to bid then?
Yes.
Yes. Your bid is called an overcall. So please follow along as we read on page 15. Give you a second to find 15. As we've learned, the person who makes the first bid, which is either the dealer or the first person to bid after other people have passed, the person who makes the first bid is making an opening bid. We've learned that you should have 13 to 21 points, combination of high card points and distribution points to make an opening bid at level 1. And then I wrote, we will learn about opening bids at other levels as we progress. So far, so good?
Yes.
All right. What do you do if your opponent makes an opening bid? Can you still bid?
Yes.
If you bid, it was a rhetorical question, but if you bid after your opponents, but before your partner, you're overcalling. Remember, a pass is not a bid.
Wait,
Let's just
if
talk
you
about
bid.
overcall position. So let's say, give me a second, just to put a little pictorially, this is north.
They can't hear you.
This is north. And this is you. You're east. What did north open?
One club.
One diamond.
One diamond.
It's 4 and 4, guys.
One diamond.
One diamond.
Diamond.
And you're here. And you look at your cards and you say, I want to bid too. If you bid here, you're the overcaller. If he passed, you would be the opener.
Oh.
Because there was no bidding yet.
Right. Okay.
Now, what difference does it make whether you call yourself the opener or you call yourself the overcaller? Because when you're overcall, what you need is a little bit different than what you need for an opening bid.
More than that.
More in some cases, less in others. So let's talk about what those requirements are. Let's go back to 15.
No, they're not fun.
Okay? The requirements, I'm on the 3rd paragraph. The requirements for an overcall bid are a little different from an opening bid. First of all, to overcall in any suit, major or minor, requires 5 or more cards in that suit. So if your opponent has bid, not your partner, your opponent has bid, and you want to make a bid in a suit, you have to have 5 cards in that suit. I don't care if it's clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. Let that sink in. Now, you need about opening points, approximately opening points, but it's going to depend, how many points you need is going to depend on the level at which you're overcalling. Let's say you overcall at level 1. So this hand is opening 1 diamond, right? This hand is opening 1 diamond.
Yes.
You want to overcall in spades. Can you overcall at level 1?
Yes. If you have 5 or more cards.
Right. You can overcall at level 1 because when you go up the ladder in the bidding scale, you can bid spades over diamonds and still be at level 1. But
Yes.
what if North had a different hand? What if North had opened up 1 spade and you want to overcall in diamonds? Let's say North had opened up 1 spade and you wanted to overcall in diamonds. Could you do it at level 1?
No.
No.
Unless you do no trump.
Go down. You have to,
Because you'd have to go down the ladder from 1 spade to 1 diamond. Remember that bidding scale? You're not allowed to go down the ladder. So you'd have to go to 2 diamonds. Everyone with me?
Yes.
Or 1 no
If
trump.
you don't
right?
remember, you could take a look at the bidding scale. It's on page something or other.
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On page 13, if you want to take a look at the bidding scale, you will see that the major suits are higher than the minor suits. So if you want to go from a major to a minor, you got to go up. You got to go to the next level.
So Anne, an overcall would be if the first person passes or they bid and you're the next one, it's still called an overcall if you make a bid?
No, it's only an overcall if they bid. If nobody else has bid, a pass is not a bid. If the dealer passed and now it's your turn, you're making an opening bid.
And then it can be it doesn't have to be meet those requirements? You just have to have 13 to 17 points.
21.
I mean 13 to 21 points.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You don't need a 5-card suit.
Right. Okay.
You know you don't need a 5-card suit because my board. This was an opening bid. There was no 5-card suit here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Opening bid.
Okay.
But if this person was in the overcall position, they could not overcall.
Because they didn't have the 5-card maybe.
They don't have a 5-card suit. They could do something else, which I haven't taught you,
Okay.
but they could not overcall. Okay? All right. So what do we know so far? You must have 5 cards to overcall in any suit. And if you're going to overcall and still be at level 1, you didn't have to go up to level 2. You can do it with less than 13 points. It says there, you need a 5-card or better suit and 13 or more points, or you could have a 5-card suit with as few as 10 points.
Wait a minute.
And at least 2 honors in the suit in which you overcall. So let me give you an example of that. This guy opens up 1 diamond. So let's take a look at your hand. I have to do a little erasing. I'm going to write down your hand. You're an overcaller. Let's do spades, and let's give you an ace, king, 3, hearts. You've got a queen, jack, 8, 6, 4. Okay. You've got, your opponent has bid 1 diamond, and you've got this. You've got 3 clubs topped by an ace king. You've got 5 hearts topped by a queen jack. That's 8 cards, and you've got a couple of little diamonds and a little club. I didn't put down the diamonds and clubs because they're garbage. They don't make a difference. These are all your points.
That's 10 points. 11.
That is
11.
7, 9, 10. That is 10 high card points. Plus 1 for the extra heart is 11. And I am telling you that if your opponent has opened 1 diamond, you can overcall with this hand. Why can you overcall with this hand? Look what it says.
5.
If you have 10 points and a 5-card suit and 2 honors, honors are high cards, you can overcall. Do you have 10 points?
Yes.
Do you have a 5-card suit?
Yes.
Do you have 2 honors in that suit that you're overcalling in?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if my opponent says 1 diamond, I'm going to pipe in with 1 heart. But if my opponent had said 1 spade, I cannot overcall 2 hearts with this. Because at level 2, you need to have 13 points. See what it says there? Overcalling at level 2? You still need a 5-card suit, but you have to have 13 points. And you don't have 13 points. So why would I be able to overcall it if my opponent opened 1 diamond, but I wouldn't be able to overcall if my opponent opened 1 spade?
Because you need 13 points.
Starting at 2 levels.
Because if my opponent opened 1 diamond, I can overcall at level 1 because hearts are above diamonds. But if my opponent opened 1 spade, I would have to go up to 2 to overcall in hearts.
Can you say that again?
Sure. Which are higher on the bidding scale, spades or hearts?
Spades.
Spades. So if my opponent had opened 1 spade.
Oh, you have to go to the 2nd level.
I'd have to go to the 2nd level to bid hearts.
Okay.
And I don't have 13 points. And it says right here, to overcall at level 2, I want you to have 13 points. Making sense?
Getting confused.
And then I said, sometimes your opponent has opened, you have 13 points, but you don't have a 5-card suit. You can't overcall. Why not?
You don't have 5 cards.
You don't have a 5-card suit. You could have opened with that hand, right? With 13 points. You can always open with 13 points. You can always make an opening bid. You just don't have enough to overcall. So what do? We're going to talk about that in the future. Not yet. So with that in mind, we have all kinds of hands here. So let's take a look at the 3 hands at the bottom of page 15. And let's look at the scenario. I'll read it. You're east. North, the dealer has bid 1 club. what would you bid with each of the following hands? So are you an opener or an overcaller in this scenario?
Overcall.
Overcaller, because your opponent in North has opened one club. If your opponent has opened one club, anything you bid could be at the one level, right? Clubs are at the bottom of each level in the bidding scale. Everything's on top of clubs. So you don't have to go to the 2 level. So your bids here would all be able to be with 10 points, as long as you had a 5-card suit and 2 honors. So let's do it together. Let's look at each hand together and see, could you overcall? In the first hand, can you overcall?
Yes.
All right, that's a tricky one. Got 10 points. You don't have 2 honors in the suit in which you're overcalling.
It's 11.
Diamonds,
it's
right?
11 points.
You have 7, 9, you have 11 points. But I said that you needed to have a 5-card or more suit with 10 points at least and 2 honors to overcall at level 1. You only have 1 honor in diamonds.
What's an honor again?
High card, picture card. All means the same thing. Aces, kings, queens, or jacks. You only have 1. So you might say, this one's a tricky one. You might say, should I pass with that because I don't have 2 picture cards and diamonds? Or should I overcall 1 diamond? I think you should overcall 1 diamond because you do have the extra diamond. You don't have the 2 picture cards, but you have the extra diamond to make up for it. You know what I'm saying? So there's an argument to be made for passing, and there's an argument to be made for saying 1 diamond. So either one, I would say you could go with. Hand number 2 is much more cut and dry. There's only 6 points in that hand, right?
Yes.
6 points. You have a 5-card suit, but you are certainly not going to overcall in that suit. Try hand number 3 on that page. Try the one with the ace, jack, 7, 4. Try that yourself. Write down what you would overcall, if anything. Please count to yourself.
I'm sorry, what was the answer for hand 2?
You're passing.
Okay.
You don't have enough to overcall. Remember, you need at least 10 points at level 1 with 2 pictures. You don't have it. Okay, what'd you guys come up with?
1 heart.
1 heart. Well, let's see. Are you able to overcall at level 1? If your opponent has opened 1 club? Yes. Do you have at least 10 points with a 5-card suit and 2 pictures in that suit?
Yes. Yes.
Or you have 5 and 6 is 11 high card points plus 1 is 12. You have 12 points in that hand. You have a 5-card suit and you have 2 pictures. It's a perfect overcall of 1 heart. Okay, let's look on page 16 and look at the scenario. You are, everyone with me? You are south. The dealer east has opened the bidding with 1 heart. So you're next, right? After east comes south when you go clockwise. So you're the next one to bid after the dealer has opened with 1 heart. Now, if he opened 1 heart, the only thing you can overcall at level 1 would be spades or no trump. Right?
Yeah.
Everything else is below it. So if you wanted to overcall in clubs or diamonds, you'd have to go up to level 2. Level 2, you need 13 points no matter what, and a 5-card suit. Anything you overcall, you have to have a 5-card suit. So we'll do the first one together, and I'll let you do the other 2 on your own. How many points does the first hand have in that scenario?
7, 16.
14, 15, 16 points. Clearly enough points to overcall at level 2. But remember, you need a 5-card suit. Do you have one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So what's your bid?
2 clubs.
2 clubs. Okay, making some sense here? So again, if you overcall, your opponent has opened one heart. If you overcall at level 1, you can do it with 10 points, a 5-card suit with 2 pictures. If you overcall at level 2, 13 points and a 5-card suit. You don't have to have any pictures. Try the other 2 hands in this scenario.
6, 3.
Someone's got to stop.
Count to yourself, please.
4 and 6. 4 and 3 are 6. 1, 4, 6. 6 and 3 are 9. It's 9 and 4.
Please talk to yourself. Talk about
14.
you. Please mute yourself.
Yes, please mute
Come
yourself.
on.
All right, guys. People don't realize it.
So, Anne, when you're doing the overcalling, and if you have a distribution point, that actually goes towards the 13, or
Correct.
you could do 10 honors without the distribution.
You can have your 10 points.
Could be with or without?
Could include distribution points.
As long as you have the 2 honors in there.
Oh, you must have the 2 honors, and you must have a 5-card suit.
Okay,
thank you.
Fine.
Uh-huh. Another few seconds.
What did the other person open with?
It says it right there next. I wrote the scenario out, number 2. You are south, the dealer's open with 1 heart.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No problem. Okay, how about the second hand, the one that has the ace, queen, 9, 7, 5 of spades? Do you have an overcall there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
1 spade.
1 spade.
1 spade. You could have overcalled 1 spade in that hand, even if you only had 10 points. Because you had a 5-card suit with 2 pictures. But in fact, you have more. You have 6 and 7 is 13, 14-point hand. Right? Clearly, you can overcall 1 spade.
Right. Do that again. I thought it was 15 points.
I'm counting
14.
6 points. I'm counting 6 points in spades. 3 points in hearts is 9. 4 points in clubs is 13. And 1 point for the extra spade. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No points for anything else. Okay. Hand number 3, or I'm calling it hand number 3. It's the 3rd hand in scenario 2, is pass.
Why?
And it's pass because even though you have 10 points, in fact, you have 11 points in that hand. Everyone see why it's 11 points?
Mm-hmm.
2 and 3 is 7, and
Count
10,
yourself,
and then
please.
5.
Yes, it's 10 high card points plus 1 point for the extra spade. You have a 5-card suit. You have 10 points. As a matter of fact, you have 11 points, but you don't have 2 pictures in the space. If you had 13 points in that hand, you could have overcalled 1 spade because you don't need the pictures.
Right.
If you have 13 points, but you do if you have less than 13. Any questions about that?
Yes,
You're
I
doing
have
great.
a question.
Yes.
Okay, so for that 3rd hand, if we had 13 points, you could have overcalled with 1 spade because it's 5 cards? And
yes.
It doesn't matter that
and
there's
because
no
you have
pictures for that.
You only need the pictures to compensate for the fact that you don't have 13 points.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I was a little confused there. Thank you.
But now it's clear?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The scenario number 3, and this might take us to the rest of the time because I appreciate if you could stay on a few minutes. And again, I'm sorry I was late. Let's listen to the scenario. You are west. The dealer south has passed. What do you bid with each of the following? If you are west, you came right after south, right? Going clockwise?
Opener.
Is this an opening bid or is this an overcall?
Opening.
It's opening. The previous player has passed. There's been no bidding. And the previous player was the dealer, so that was the first person to get a chance. So now you don't need the 10 points, 5, 10, 5, 2. You don't need the 5-card suit. All you need is 13 to 21 points. And you're not passing with 13 points. Please do the rest of the page, and then we'll go over it.
Just started late, so we're going over. If anybody has to leave because of another commitment, this will be up on YouTube in a few days.
Thank you. Have I apologized enough already?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Should I like draw blood?
Anne, question.
Yes, yes.
You confused me in that on the what we were talking about before. At level 2, you need 13 points.
If you're going to overcall, if you need to go to level 2 in order to overcall, you need to have 13 points.
Right, I got that. But what you said was on the previous person that you helped on that last hand, it didn't have, it had 13 points, but
No,
not the 2.
No, it didn't. That hand, the one with the 10, 7, 4, 3, 2 of spades,
right?
It only has 11 points. It has 10 high card points plus 1 point for the extra spade. That's why you can't overcall.
Got it.
You could have if there were two. If that ace of king of clubs had been an ace of king of spades, then you could have done it.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, sorry.
7, 8.
If I click on the chat and I type the message, oh, I put it, I'll say I see it. You guys see on the chat my email address?
No.
No.
Look on, if you look on the chat, on the list of chats.
I'm not seeing it either. You might have sent
Did you
it
hit
as a
enter?
direct message. to
I
somebody.
did. I see it up on the top.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to send it to everyone.
Here, I'm sending it again to everyone.
I click on chat.
Okay, got it.
See it now?
Yes.
It's on.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I will answer any question you have, except what's the meaning of life, because I have no clue. Not a clue. Okay, how about 2 more minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ann,
Yo.
you give private bridge lessons too?
And no.
Okay. Just want to know. You should.
Thank you. I like working with the libraries.
Thank you. We like working with you.
Thank you. Okay, I was going to sing Mutual Admiration Society, but I didn't want everyone to get off.
I know the song. I'll go with you on it.
All right. Okay, let's go over this. I'm sorry if I didn't give you enough chance to do it on your own, but we'll go over it together. All right, so let's count 1, 2, 3 across, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So hand number 1. Balanced hand, right?
Yep.
Let's see if it has 15 to 17 points, because if it does, we can open it 1 no trump. Remember, these are opening hands. Nobody's bid yet. So you have 1 point in spades, 3 points in hearts is 4, 4 points in diamonds is 8, and 6 points in clubs is 14, correct? Everyone agree it's a 14-point hand?
Yes.
Not enough to open 1 no trump. You give that hand 1 more point, you open it 1 no trump, because then it's 15 to 17 points. Stop me if you don't get it. What's your opening bid there?
1 diamond.
1 diamond. Right? Because it's 4 and 4. There's no 5-card suit. You can't open it 1 no trump. You look at the better of your 2 minors. That's 4 and 4, 1 diamond.
Which one are you on?
I'm on hand number, this one right here, the first one.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to just go right to the right, and this will be hand number 2. Hand number 2, another balanced hand. Let's see how many points it has. Maybe we could open it 1 no trump if it has 15, 16, or 17 points. 2 points in spades. 7 points in diamonds makes 9. 4 points in clubs makes 3. Everyone agree? I mean, 13.
4.
We have, I don't know what I said. 2 and 7 is 9 and 4 is 13. 13 points in that hand, correct?
Yeah.
Not enough for 15 points. Can't say 1 no trump. What's your opening bid?
1 club.
1 club, 3 and 3. Okay. Anybody think that you have a bid for the third hand?
No.
No.
Oh.
If you did, it would have been 1 spade, but you don't have enough points. Okay, so that's hand number 3. It's a passed hand. You go down to the next row across, and this is hand number 4.
17.
14 points.
Hand. Again,
17.
it's a balanced hand. Do you have enough points for 1 no trump? Tell me how many points you have.
17.
17.
17.
So in fact, your opening bid is?
1 no trump.
1 no trump.
There's 14
15,
cards
6.
there.
I'm sorry?
There's 14 cards in that hand again. We have to take one out.
Oh, that one was to see if you, all right, let's take away before of diamonds. Is it still 1 no trump?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I go ahead with the lie that I did that on purpose to catch you?
Question.
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, hand number 5. I believe that that's actually 13 cards.
20 points.
It's 7, 9, 18, 19, 20 points. What's your opening bid?
1 spade.
1 spade.
1 spade.
Everyone agrees it's 1 spade. You have 5 spades, 5 hearts. You open the one that's higher on the bidding scale. Spades are higher than that. Very nice. Hand number 6. Is that a balanced hand?
No.
No, because it has 2 doubletons. How many points does that hand have?
14.
Let's count.
14.
2 in spades, 7 in hearts, right? Is 9. 4 in diamonds is 13, plus 1 for the extra heart. 14-point hand.
1 heart.
Everyone agree it's 1 heart?
Yes. Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. The next hand, hand number 7. Is it balanced?
No.
Oh.
Do you have enough points to open at the 1 level?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you have 6 points in diamonds, 9 points in clubs, right? Ace and a king and a queen is 9 points. 6 and 9 is 15. 1 point for the extra club and 1 point for the extra diamond. How many points is that?
17.
6 and 7 is 13, 15, 16, 17 points. What do we open that hand?
1 diamond.
1 diamond. There's 2 5-card suits. When there's 2 5-card suits, you open the one that's higher on the bidding scale. Diamonds is higher. And finally, the final hand, you have 1 point in spades, 2 points in diamonds is 3, 7 points in clubs is 10, plus 1 point in diamonds, extra point in diamonds is 11.
Pass.
That is an 11-point hand. As an opener, you would pass.
Oh, okay.
Now, we're going to stop. Thank you for staying if you stayed. 34 of you did. God bless you. I'd like you to take a look before next week. We'll go over it next week. Page 19 and 20. Pages 19 and 20 have sample hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a chance, please try to make deal out these hands, create those hands, and then try to play them. Try to make the hand on page 19 with a contract of 6 hearts. Now, I didn't tell you which side has the contract, but I'll bet you could figure it out. And on hand number 20, the contract is 2-no trump. I didn't tell you who made the bid, but I'll bet you can figure it out. So look over these hands, see if you can figure out who made the bid, see if you can figure out how to make the hand, and we'll talk about it next week.